This guided meditation practice of awakening the divine within is by Naosherwan Anzar. A warm welcome to seekers at Beloved Archives in Hamilton, New Jersey, for an afternoon of healing the body and mind through breathing meditation as explained by Avtar Meher Baba. A few years back, Beloved Archives discovered in the rare manuscripts collection of Columbia University in New York several discourses by Meher Baba, sent by his secretary Chandji in 1933 to a seeker in New York, Graham Phelps Stokes. In the collection of discourses was a rare guided meditation by Meher Baba. This discourse was unpublished. I am happy to conduct a guided meditation session based on Meher Baba's words on how one should meditate, channeling the power of breath. At the outset, I would like you to sit with your eyes closed and bring in your presence a person who has had the greatest impact on your life, a personal companion with whom you would like to traverse the spiritual journey. Take your time to visualize. This sharing today is partially from the unpublished discourse, and a part of it is breathing meditation with seekers seated in person at Beloved Archives and those joining us virtually. The Buddhists call this practice anapanasati, or mindful breathing. The Hindus term it dhyan, the Muslims call it zikr, the Zoroastrians call it ahonavar or yathahu varyo, which means just as the will of God. I call this meditation technique mindful divinity as explained by Avtar Meher Baba. Each one of us are divine beings. Each one of us have the attributes of God: love, compassion, gratitude, charity, mercy, and all the qualities we attribute to God. At a meeting with Meher Baba in 1965 at Guru Prasad, Pune, he said to me, "Naosherwan, you are God in human form. Each one of my mandali, my disciples, sitting here are God in human form. But you and all the others are unconscious of your divinity. I am conscious of my divinity, and now it is my job to make each one of you conscious of your divinity. And how do I do that? I give you the gift of conviction in my divinity." And that is what brings us today in his presence. the gift of conviction in Meher Baba's divinity and his mission of awakening the divine within each one of us. Awakening the divine within each one of us. When Meher Baba was asked about the benefits of meditation during a gathering of Western seekers in the 30s, he responded, "Meditation serves the purpose of counteracting false attachments, or literally, illusion. One who meditates with sincerity may sooner or later become free from the clutches of false attachments and be drawn to the truth or God." Again, if along with sincerity, meditation is practiced with regularity and for a sufficiently long time, it can make one's mind pure and permanently inclined to the divine path. But the greatest challenge of meditation, Meher Baba says, is that which lies in the possibility of direct God realization. Yes, it is not impossible to reach the I am God state through meditation, which is the ultimate purpose of awakening the divine within. Awakening the divine within. It is indeed possible, provided the meditator has dogged determination that knows no defeat. With these qualities, one must meditate without any other object save that of becoming one with God. When we sit for meditation, our mind is shattering with thoughts arising in rapid succession and shattering our equilibrium. When we sit in a quiet place, we become mindful of our in-breath and mindful of our out-breath as we awaken the divinity within. As we awaken the divinity within. Thoughts slow down, and as the meditative intensity gathers momentum, irrelevant thoughts vanish into nothingness as we experience the present moment, the sacred presence of God. The sacred presence of God. Visualize with me the sacred presence of God. To make it easy for first-time meditators, I will share with you from a personal perspective the meditation technique, what we do with our posture, what we do with our breath, and how we work with the constant flow of thoughts. To begin, let your body weight sink entirely on your seat. Keep your knees lower than your hips. It helps to ease the strain on the joints. If you are sitting on a round cushion called a zafu, sit on the forward third of the cushion with the pelvis tilted slightly down, allowing the natural curve in the lower back to move in both forward and upward. If you are sitting on a chair, it's good to have your feet flat on the floor. The back should be upright, but not rigid. Let your hands fall naturally on your lap, with the fingers of the left hand lying on top of the fingers of your right hand, with the thumb tips touching. You can keep your eyes shut or partially open. When we close our eyes, we tend to be a bit sleepy. So if you can keep the eyes slightly open and gaze on the floor. You can meditate either with your eyes open or closed. Smile both internally and externally, and treat meditation as a joyful experience. Smile within you. If you sit with your eyes open, it is good to let your gaze fall on the floor 3 or 4 feet out from you. Let the gaze be still and relaxed. Let the gaze be still and relaxed. In the 20s, when Meher Baba directed the students of Hazrat Babajan's school to meditate, he asked them to sit for long periods of time and repeat his name. They had amazing experiences. It opened in them the divine within. These experiences have been recorded in detail. In May of 1924, Meher Baba directed his chief woman disciple, Mehra Irani, and his early women disciples to meditate for half an hour by focusing their gaze on his photograph. He advised them, if your mind wanders, or if it gets tired or distracted, don't worry. Again, bring it back and look at my photograph. Besides the half-hour meditation, Baba instructed them to write the word Yazdan, one of the Zoroastrian names of God, over and over in tiny letters for 1 hour each day. They were to repeat the name to themselves as they wrote it, so that their minds would be occupied in repeating God's name. So today we will practice an essential aspect of breathing meditation, scanning our body. Take a moment to steady your posture. It is important to be comfortable and relaxed as you arrive at the center of your practice. You are now ready to experience complete silence, the very core of meditation, stillness. Stillness. Take a deep breath. Hold it. And then let it flow. Feel the sensation of your breath. And take a moment to think. What is my intention of being here today? Why am I here? Indeed, why am I here? Your answer should be, I'm here to see things as they are, without being judgmental toward myself and towards others. To simply awaken to God's love. To simply awaken to God's love. Please visualize this. To simply awaken to God's love. The most direct way to be awakened, to create awareness, is to scan the body. Focus your attention on the crown of your head. On the crown of your head. Feel it. Experience the sensations. Gently move to the back of the head till you reach the base of the skull. Feel the sensation from the inside to the outside. Lower your attention to the eyes. Feel your eyelids and go to your lips. Feel your ears and focus on the softness of your jaw. Be aware of your feelings and the sensations that arise. Be aware of your feelings and the sensations that arise. Focus your attention on your elbows. And move to your hands and fingers. Feel the sensation in your fingers. Open your chest. Relax the belly. Soften the belly. Feel the awareness deep into the torso. Feel the awareness deep into the torso. Feel the legs. Feel the sensations in your feet. Scan the entire body in its totality, from the crown of your head to your feet. Scan your entire body. Release the places of tightness. Let your thoughts and feelings flow. Let your thoughts and feelings flow unrestricted. Once you have mastered the inflow and outflow of your breath, you will notice that there are a few moments of emptiness between one breath and another. This gap signifies that you are ready to let go. Letting go of control, and you will experience a calm, restful feeling of relaxation. Let go. Letting go of control, you will experience a calm, restful feeling of relaxation. If you have a feeling of pain in a certain part of your body, like the shoulders or the back, focus your attention on that part of the body and you will feel a sensation of relief, of relaxation, of tenderness. Once you feel relaxed, you will feel free of worries, free of events that may never happen, the sole cause of worry. You will experience happiness, free from worry. As you breathe in and breathe out, try not to concentrate. To concentrate is to control. Meditation is not concentration. It is awareness. It is an awakening. Meditation is not concentration. It is an awareness. It is an awakening. Be aware. In July 1934, in Zurich, a young woman wanted to develop the divine within, but felt she could not achieve it herself without help. Meher Baba responded, You will achieve it by my help. Never be disheartened. It is all within, and I will help you open it. It can be attained not by the intellect, Meher Baba said, but by the heart and feeling an inner experience. I could explain for hours, but that would be nothing compared to 1 second of my internal help. Do one thing. Every night, just before retiring, think for 1 minute. I am a part of the infinite, and the infinite God is within me. This will put you more and more in contact with me internally. This was the mantra that Meher Baba gave her. This was the promise that Meher Baba has given mankind. I am a part of the infinite, and the infinite God is within me. There are 3 paths to developing the divine within. Please follow me. Place both your hands on your rib cage and say on the in-breath, breathing in, I am a part of the infinite. Breathing out, the infinite God is within me. Breathing in, hold it, I am a part of the infinite. Breathing out, the infinite God is within me. As you do this, you may find that your breath naturally slows down. It is not necessary to control the breath in any way. It doesn't have to be long and slow. Simply observe it. Simply feel it. This simple act of conscious breathing brings us out of our heads and into our bodies, into the present. Out of our heads and into our bodies, into the present, into the now. Bring your awareness to your breathing. Watch your breath going in and out. In and out. Please follow me again. Place both your hands on your stomach and say on the in-breath, breathing in, hold, I am a part of the infinite. Breathing out, the infinite God is within me. Breathing in, I am a part of the infinite. Breathing out, the infinite God is within me. Simply observe it. Simply feel it. When you come back to your body, you might notice that your body continues to be tense. Breathing in, we calm our bodies and release tension. With our out breath, you release the tension in your body and release the stress in your body and experience a sense of calm, tranquility, and a stillness within and without. Releasing tension takes dedicated practice. Please follow me again for the third time. Place one hand on your rib cage and one hand on your stomach. And say on the in-breath, breathing in, I'm a part of the infinite. Hold. Breathing out, say, the infinite God is within me. Breathing in, I am a part of the infinite. Breathing out, the infinite God is within me. Simply observe it. Simply feel it. The breath is the very goal of meditation. It is our home. It is the place that we must keep coming back to. Before long, you will find that as soon as your attention wanders off the breath, a thought arises. We are not trying to eliminate thoughts. We are just learning how to bring our breath home and how it feels when our mind wanders. As you're experiencing the sensations and feelings as you breathe in and breathe out, simultaneously practicing letting go of intruding or distracting thoughts. Practice letting go of all these distracting thoughts. Letting go also encompasses forgiveness. Meher Baba often used the Hindi expression "jaane do," which simply means let go, to those seekers who had difficulty forgiving those who might have hurt them in any way. Jaane do, let go. Working with our thoughts. Sometimes we find ourselves straying away from the breath and into our thoughts, planning, organizing, and watching a visual movie of both the past and the future. So what are we doing to ourselves? We are thinking. Thinking is not a problem. We must simply notice when it wanders and when it comes back to the present, to the now, to the present, into the sacred space of God. Meher Baba advises us, do not worry about thoughts. Never try to force your mind to check your thoughts. Thoughts may and will come. Do not try either to invite them or to drive them away. Let the thoughts come and go unasked. Let us again begin with the in-breath. Hold it to the count of 7. And release it to the count of 8. Begin with an in-breath. Hold it to the count of 7. And release it to the count of 8. Be aware of the in-breath and the out-breath. Please remember, the in-breath is the only object of your mind. Aim your mind toward just one breath. The in-breath is the only object of your mind. When you breathe in, you still retain the hangovers of the past and your concerns for the future. For that moment, try to focus on the present and your breath. The sacred space that you have created for God to be present. When you breathe out, you release your lingering anxieties of the past and the future. As a sincere, dedicated meditator, your mind must focus on one object at a time. One object at a time. When you breathe in, the object of the mind is to breathe in. Say to yourself, I am breathing in. Your focus on your in-breath and release everything else and become free. You begin to feel free. I am breathing in. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing in. When you breathe out, the object of your breath is to breathe out. Say to yourself, I'm breathing out. I'm breathing out. I'm breathing out. You focus on your out breath and release it fully. Soon you begin to feel free. Let us take a deep breath and hold it to the count of 7 and breathe out to the count of 8. When you take a deep in-breath and out-breath, you awaken the divinity within you as you silently utter these words: I am a part of the infinite, and the infinite God is within me. When you repeat these words again and again while meditating, you spark and arouse the divinity within you, making you deeply aware of your breath. Making you deeply aware of your breath. There are two important factors at work here. You have expressed your intention to heal yourself by this practice of breathing meditation. At the same time, you have made the commitment to be awake and aware. To be awake and aware. When you breathe in, follow your in-breath all the way through and follow it from the beginning to the end. What does that mean? From the beginning to the end. That means when you take your in-breath, utter the thought line that you decide to use, and that will help you awaken the inner divinity and end with the out-breath and the second part of the intonation. I'm a part of the infinite. And the infinite God is within me, from the beginning to the end. Each day, when you sit with the pure intention of awakening the divinity within you, utter the words mindfully. I am a part of the infinite, and the infinite God is within me. Feel the awakening of divinity within you as you mentally utter these words. With this breathing technique, you build up energy levels within your entire being. The energy of mindful divinity that you have gathered and stored carries within itself the energy of centering, of focusing. Centering and focusing. You become aware of the body. You become aware of the body. And breathing in not only makes you aware of the body, but it also makes you aware of the mind. Become aware of the body and the mind. At this stage, your mind becomes embodied. In essence, it comes alive. That means that you can establish presence of God in both the body and mind, in the here and in the now. The sacred presence of God. You are fully present. You are fully alive. You're victorious in your efforts. Your body and mind become one, and you reach a heightened state of awareness. It is only when the oneness of body and mind is consummated, merged as one, that you can live that moment of your daily lives and be in the present, be in the now. When you're busy working on your day-to-day activities, you're not aware of the body. Computers and visitors constantly come into your life, and you're in a constant state of unawareness. As a result, you are not truly alive in the moment. You are truly alive when your mind is with your body. You are then in the here and now, in you and around you. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. If you are serious about continuing breathing meditation to awaken the divinity within, please feel free to write to me at meherbaba@aol.com. And for ongoing meditation sessions in breathing and walking meditation, please come in person to Beloved Archives. You can also write and ask questions and request our meditation schedule, which we will also put up on our website, belovedarchives.org. On another note, Beloved Archives has launched an e-book, Meditation for a New Humanity by Meher Baba. It is available from our website, and I repeat the URL, belovedarchives.org. It is also being distributed by Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and several fine distributors internationally. Begin the process of unwinding by taking a moment to express your gratitude and let your heart feel the joy of love. Put your palms together and bow down in humble devotion. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Now to answer a few questions. One of the questions that has been asked, how do I stop my monkey mind from constantly chattering? I suggest that for beginners, practicing breathing meditation, it helps to count the breath. Usually a count to 10 helps. This helps to bring the mind to the present moment. Count each inhalation and exhalation to 10, then return to 1. Do this repeatedly for as long as you decide to sit in meditation. You can bring about a variation by counting your inhalation to 10 and exhalation to 10. Later, as you become adept, take the totality of the in-breath and out-breath and count to 10. Let's do a quick practice. In breath, one. In breath, one. In breath, two. In breath, two. And so on. This is not as simple as it sounds, but I can assure you that once you are able to master the counts, your consciousness will feel transformed and your chattering mind will become calm and placid. Later, the counting can be dropped and the attention maintained on the series of breaths. One needs to carefully observe to know from which nostril the inhalation is occurring and from which nostril the exhalation occurs. Is the inhalation or exhalation long or short? Is it warm or is it cool? Is it long or is it short? In this way, the investigation begins and one becomes clearly awareness of the features of the breath. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. At one of the meditation sessions, I was asked, should I breathe through the nose or the mouth? I suggest just breathe. It doesn't matter whether you are breathing out of your nose or your mouth while you meditate. If you're exercising at a gym, you would have to breathe through your mouth to take in extra oxygen. But if you are focused on meditation while meditating, what helps you to keep calm, breathe through your nose. Just don't force yourself to breathe out of your nose if it is not comfortable. It won't improve your performance. Again, on a personal note, on March 21st, 1950, during Meher Baba's stay in a small hamlet at the foothills of the Himalayas in Dehradun, India, he invited me with my family for an intimate darshan. During the course of conversation, Meher Baba turned to my mother Freni and asked, "Do you pray?" She said that she constantly prayed but could not still her mind. It was always chattering. At that point, Meher Baba suggested that she spends a few minutes of the day repeating his name. He asked her to concentrate on the breath and utter the first syllable while inhaling, holding her breath, and the second syllable by exhaling, ba, 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 ba. Put your thumb on your right nostril, taken with the syllable ba. Hold, release, ba. My mother passed away at the age of 99 2 years ago. And every day She followed this meditation till the end of her life. At that moment, Meher Baba said, "Repetition of my name is prayer. Repetition of my name is prayer." अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय, अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय, अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय।